At the beginning of the Revolutionary War, General George Washington had his soldiers go into the countryside and requisition from the landowners horses that were needed by the army. The soldiers knocked at the door of an old country mansion, and an elderly woman answered the door. They said, "In the name of the government of the United States, we claim your horses for the army." The old lady looked at the soldiers and asked, "In whose name do you come with this order?" "In the name of General George Washington, Commander-in-Chief of the American Army." To that the woman replied, "You go back to General George Washington and tell him his mother says he can't have her horses." General Washington may not have gotten the horses from his mother, but he certainly received many other things from his mother, just as all of us have. We receive life itself from her, and she shows us how to live that life. As children, we were not allowed to leave anything on our plate. We were wisely taught not to waste. To this day, when I'm just too full to finish my meal, I think back to my mother who used to say to us, "There are starving children in Biafra who would love to have that plate of food," to which we would reply, "Send it to them." Many of us learned similar things from our mothers. Buddy Hackett used to say that when he was a child, his mother always gave him two choices for dinner: take it or leave it. These tidbits of wisdom that we learn from our mothers accompany us through our entire life. We learn faith from our mother. We learn what it is to love through a mother's love. We learn from a mother's wisdom, and we receive lessons in peace, understanding, compassion, and patience. Jesus, the Good Shepherd, knows his sheep, and they follow him. This shepherd, who leads us to peace, generally comes to us first in the form of our mother, for it is she who inspires us to do good and shows us how to love. The Christ's parting gift to us was the gift of peace. "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you, and the peace I give is very different from the peace the world gives." Mother's Day was originally a day when mothers united for peace. Julia Ward Howe, who wrote the Battle Hymn of the Republic, called together Mothers' Days for peace. She had seen so much suffering during the Civil War and had worked with so many women who had lost sons and husbands. She knew the economic and human devastation of war, and she said, "Enough! We do not want peace as the world gives it, for that is the world of men." So often in history we have seen that type of peace, and it was worth nothing. The peace drawn up at the end of World War I was drawn up consciously to set the stage for World War II. The peace drawn up at the end of World War II enslaved half the world and threw the other half into the state of perpetual fear. The peace which the world of men has given to us is established by arming more and more so that everyone lives in constant fear. And we call that peace? The only true and lasting peace is that given by the Good Shepherd. Julia Ward Howe dreamed of establishing a worldwide federation of women who would unite and prevent the world of men from waging war, prevent any more bloodshed, prevent their sons from being taken away from them. In 1870, she wrote her famous Mother's Day Proclamation, which was the start of the Mother's Day we celebrate today. In part, the proclamation read, "Arise, all women who have hearts. Say firmly, we will not have important questions settled by irrelevant agencies. Our sons shall not be taken from us to unlearn all that we have been able to teach them of charity, mercy, and patience. We, women of one country, will be too tender to those of another country to allow our sons to be trained to injure theirs. From the bosom of the devastated earth, a voice goes up with our own. It says, disarm, disarm." That is the world of mothers. That is the peace given us by the Christ, the peace the world of men can never give. May the gentle Good Shepherd, through gentle good mothers, lead us all to true and lasting peace.